Hey everyone, it's me. Basically, my testimony. I grew up in the church at a very young age. My family is Christian, and I always go to the kid Bible studies and love the kid stories, versions of it for us to understand it. I was a proud Christian and loved the Noah's Ark and Goliath and how the Lord always loved us and God is loved. I'm not sure if I got baptized like when I was a baby, but I know I got baptized later in life. Always believed in Jesus, always believed in God, and didn't know about the Holy Spirit as much as a kid. In school, I was, I don't know, I don't want to say boastful. I was like a proud Christian I was looking at a proud Christian, like, hey, I'm a Christian, I love God, and the rainbow, it's Noah's Ark. Oh, I love the rainbow, and based off that story, and I always felt protected when it came to Jesus, and felt like that's a badge of honor to always like, I'm a Christian, and was proud of it. Before I even start Head Start, we would play in the playground in the neighborhood. With other kids. I don't remember much of adults being present because a lot of the adults will work. Even my parents at the time, they worked 2 or 3 jobs trying to provide and keep the roof over our heads. So they had like the older kids watch over us, and this is like way in depth in my mind because I didn't want to remember it for the life of me, but the Lord pulled it out and wanted me to confront it. I had a friend with the same name. My real name is Drakel, so Drake is my nickname, and I met someone in the same neighborhood. We go to the same school at the time, and her name is Raquel. Play in the playground, and these neighborhood boys was like tell us to come play with them, and we was like, okay, like, being friendly, maybe we could go play tag or wherever they was going to take us. They took us behind a bush, and they was explaining to us how to suck their pee-pee, and I was just so uncomfortable, and I saw her do it, and I went along with it. Afterwards, I just felt odd. I felt gross, and I didn't tell anybody because I was just like, okay, like, how can I tell my parents? How can I tell my older siblings what I just did? I'm gonna get in trouble, and then I'm gonna get her in trouble. I'm gonna get these kids in trouble. I was like, I don't know how to explain this as young as I am, that what I just did. So I just kept it to myself. And that much technology and stuff like that, but whoever those boys were around, they exposed them to something very early, and exposed us for something that was really early. I believe I was like 4 or 5 years old. They gotta be like, one was like 7, 8. The other one was 9, 10. It was like 3 boys. 9, 10. One was almost 13. Another incident of what happened. Fast forward, I think I am in Head Start in elementary school, and I make a friend. Her name was Nika, and how I became friends with her, a little backstory, was her home was a daycare. I think her mom or her grandmother was a daycare provider, and they lived close to the elementary school. My mom worked a lot, so she dropped us off there. Well, yeah, dropped us off there while we go to school and she goes to work. And it was a lot closer. I knew someone, seemed pretty decent. I guess at the time. The Renika had other brothers. as well. I had, at the time, older siblings that didn't like went to a different school at the time. I had two younger siblings. Yes, two younger siblings under me. They came with me to the daycare as well. Me, I went to Head Start. The other two stayed there due to, again, my mom's working. And I would play with Raynika at the house and play with her at the school. Who, I was friendly, and one was nice to me, I was nice to them. And her brothers wanted to play with us, so they was like a lot older than the other three neighborhood kids at the time. I think they was in like 4th, 5th grade, and we're in a Head Start. Two of them was in middle school, and so they wanted to play with us at the time. We played tag outside, or we played the video games. I think it was like Nintendo or the Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64 at the time. And if I wasn't playing with them, I was playing with her. She wanted to play, I don't know, I guess house, or like act like an adult. So I didn't know what that was. So she like gave me a purse, and she was mimicking the females, I guess, in the house, how they were. And she was telling me to pick up a bud or cigarette butt off the ground, like imitating smoking. And she was doing it, and I looked at her, and I just went with it once again, and took the purse, took a butt, cigarette butt, and emulate me smoking, because I seen my mom smoke. Yeah, I've seen my mom smoke before holding it, and it didn't, it's not lit or anything. That right there is just let me know I don't want to be a smoker. I don't want to do stuff like that. And I felt that same feeling of what happened with the other thing I got exposed with the boys. I ain't like that feeling. It made me feel disgusting and ashamed. So I was like, in my little kid brain, I don't want to do this. I put it down, and I was like, can we play something else? Or like play on the bikes or something? And she was like, no. She want to keep emulating the adults. And so soon after that, when I walked somewhere, I don't know what, I guess down, we was on her front porch. I walked down and trying to get my tricycle, and I turned back. Her uncle came out, and he like reached over, was like, oh, let me see, and like started whooping her in front of me. And I was just like, kind of like shocked. Oh, I felt so uncomfortable, but I also felt bad for her. I was like, oh, I was like trying to tell her like we shouldn't be doing this. Personally, I don't like the smell of cigarettes at all. As a kid, up till now, still don't like the smell. Don't like the I don't like the scent. I don't like smokers. I don't like none of that. I love the people, but I just don't like smoking in general. Another incident where she had 3 older brothers, but she also had like a little brother, I think, or cousin, because I don't know, but he was little, so either him or that was my brother. I can't remember, but they kept messing with me while I was playing the video game, and I asked them to stop. And then when I said stop, they started to cry. And so her grandmother came out her room and was just like stomping towards me and smacked the life out of me. And that shook me, and she said to my face, you better not tell your mother either. And so I didn't, because what am I supposed to do? Like, I know she's not my family. She's the daycare provider. And again, I'm like, she's telling me not to tell nobody. then I'm gonna just do it. But I just felt like in my mind, it was like, you have to tell somebody, and I was just like, no, because like, who's gonna believe, like, who's gonna believe me? Who's gonna believe me? So I just, again, kept that to myself. The last thing with this daycare, I was playing with Renika and her brothers, and after we got done playing like the video games, they like told us to sit behind the couch, and we sat behind the couch, and they was telling us how to suck on their private parts. I was looking at her like, what did I do? And she was doing it, and so I did it. And I pushed away because I had that feeling again. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. I was just like, this ain't right. And so they come up with this idea of, oh, won't you just spend a night? And I was like, spend a night for what? So you can hang out with us more. Yes, like, why not? Have a sleepover, it'd be fun. And when my mom came to pick me and my brothers up, they was like hiding me behind the couch so my mom won't see me. And she was calling out in the front of the yard for me, calling in the back of the yard for me. And her mom, Renika's mom, was like, well, I don't know where she could be. Da da da. It was like it's a faint memory, but it wasn't really urgent. But I could tell like her mom was like, where, like, trying to ask the kids, where's this little girl, because it's about to get serious. And I've just felt like this push, like, you gotta leave, you gotta run to your mom, don't stay here. And so I ran crying to my mom, and I felt so bad because I was like, I didn't want to like hurt her, or like, didn't want to go home. But my friends want me to spend the night, but probably not now, because now they try to hide me behind the couch, just for a sleepover. As they was trying to like explain to me to get me to hide behind the couch, Raynika said they're gonna do more fun things. I'm just like, what fun things are there? And I was just like, not equating my mind, play more video games, maybe do some like each other's hair or fingernail painting. But now as an adult, I'm like, as I just seen her do that with her older brothers, and you want me to spend a night as well. I don't know what was going on in that house, but now I pray that she gets healing. I don't have contact with her obviously now, but I wish I did, because that is like, it's very sad. There is no father in the house. The mom always had a boyfriend here and there, and she doesn't, at that time, we didn't know what we was doing. We didn't know what was wrong at the time. And I just hope like she gets help. I hope the brothers get help as well for doing stuff like that for us, or any other little girl that goes into that daycare, for real. That's like the hardest thing to talk about, because I have like nieces I have one niece. Hold up. Yes, I have one niece. I have lots of nephews, but even that, I'm just like, I have cousins, and I'm like a firm believer on like protecting children due to that. Protect their children, whatever they're doing, whoever they're around, even the schools, neighborhoods, on their phones, devices, because they could get exposed to a lot of things before before they just 4, 5, 6 years old, being exposed to sexual things that it's, I don't know how to explain it. As an adult, it doesn't make me feel okay with it, but I know I'm gonna get healed. I'm gonna get healed from it. And I just wish I would have said something to somebody instead of feeling scared to get someone else in trouble. Meanwhile, I'm like hurting myself by doing stuff like that. And I didn't understand it at all. So that definitely plays a part in this next part